Today on the Tiger Basketball Report, we'll review the Tigers game against the James Madison Dukes. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now. Hello again, fans, and welcome to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. Tigers went down to Harrisonburg to take on the Dukes of James Madison. They did not come back with a win. It's like age. It's just a number.
Oh, yeah, okay,
numbers.
yeah.
Towson loses 81-39.
You had to say the score?
I mean, they're sponsors, I think. So, Coach, you hear about it all the time. I think Rex Ryan was the famous one who did it. He buried the game tape ceremoniously, and is this a you bury the game tape kind of game?
Well, I wanted to bury a little bit more than the game tape, but unfortunately, I watched it again, and it was no different from what I saw when I was there. Just pretty bad basketball on our part.
And we were talking a little bit before we started taping. Nakai Mayo, Kiana Jeter, Q Murray took 64% of the team's shots. They only hit 8 of them. Mm-hmm. That doesn't help the 3 of them. That doesn't help the team. It's kind of like, okay, let's try to get them to get us a lead. Oh, we're in a hole.
Yeah.
Now they have to shoot you out of the hole.
Yeah.
And you're just not getting anything from anywhere at that point.
And that's it. Other people have to step up on the team, and of course, those 3 had a tough game. But with our bench, we should be able to count on more from the bench.
And it's easy to look at and be like, oh, wow, look at the 3 of them. They're taking all the shots. They're not moving the ball. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you look at everybody else, and even the last couple of games kind of go back. You're not getting a lot at all from the bench. And yes, Maya Jones is gone, but someone, you look at Scoop, you look at Micah Johnson-Matthews, somebody has to give you some sort of production to take it off of those 3.
Yeah, and that's just it. When we went out recruiting, we brought in players that could play and that could score, could defend, but we've got to, we can't wait for them to step up. They've got to take that opportunity.
Another thing that has to be frustrating for you, the rebounding battle. 65-36 on the boards for JMU.
Yeah.
The 5 spot has been kind of a headbanger this year, and Olivia Finkel gets her first playing minutes from the Towson volleyball team.
Yeah.
You're still looking for production though out of that 5 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. We started the season with probably more 5s than everybody else in the season, but we haven't been able to put it all together, and I think our 5 spot should be tougher than we've been playing, and they've got to step up.
And I hate to pile it on. This was just this was arguably probably the worst game of your tenure for a team.
Yes.
We talked about it, Drexel. What you did really well, you got to the line, you got fouled.
Mm-hmm.
You got to the line, you didn't hit the shots. 11 of 21. And how much of that at that point is just they're up against it. The score's not the way they want it to be, and it's just kind of a mental checked out thing.
Well, we didn't score very well anywhere. We talked about getting to the free throw line, like attacking the paint, getting to the free throw line. Well, then we got there, and then we couldn't score on the free throws. So we've got to do a better job than that, and held our heads high. And JMU came back. It was like a revenge game for them. And old school, like you go at them, and you got that extra adrenaline. And we just sat back and took those punches like that. And we're going to have some old school, anger in us as well.
2 bright spots, though. You didn't foul a lot. JMU only took 12 foul shots compared to your 21. They hit theirs, which was the one downside. Turnovers, you turned them over 16 times. They only turned you took care of the basketball.
Yeah, we did. And that was a bright spot for us that we did. Our turnovers were way lower than our average, but our assists were down. So, we gave up some and gained on the other end, but I'd like it to be more consistent across the board.
What's a locker room like for you after a game like this? I mean, looking from the outside, you could see it going many different ways. It's an angry locker room with a lot of yelling and finger pointing, or it's this was not our day, to say the least. How was it in the locker room after the game?
Well, I found myself, I'm not a yeller type and throwing things stuff, but I felt like somebody's grandmother giving them a lecture. Like, I came in with the stats, like the stats don't lie, talking about that and talking about the disappointment and people not stepping up. I hope they took that to heart and tried to put some accountability on themselves so we can come back out and finish the season out and finish it strong.
All right. That'll do it for us today on the Tiger Basketball Report. Join us next time when we preview Towson's games against UNCW and the College of Charleston. For head coach Diane Richardson, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.